Hi, my name is Elaine Mount, and I am happy to share with you a few highlights from my life. We will start with my birth. I was born in Scotland in 1948. This is a picture of my parents, David and Mina Stoddart, and on the map you can see the red area. That indicates the area where I was born. I had a sister at the time of my birth. She was 3 years older than me, and we lived in a two-room house that was joined in a square of homes that surrounded an open area in the middle, and we became quite close friends with all the families that lived there, and we would have celebrations and parties in the open area. This picture is of a celebration that we were having when the Queen was coronated. My earliest memory is my 5th birthday party, and here you can see me at the end of the table with the round face and the hat on. The table was located between the two rooms of our very small home, and so every time the doorbell rang, I would jump under the chair and run to the door, or under the table and run to the door to let in the next guest, and that is my earliest recollection. In 1953, Queen Elizabeth was coronated, and we celebrated at home with our friends and our red, white, and blue dresses, and we also celebrated at school, and each child was presented a New Testament, which commemorated that special occasion. We had a happy family life as I was growing up. We always had a dog. My dad was a great animal lover, and we always had a dog in our home. Our first house was across the street from the North Sea, which was quite turbulent sometimes and would come across the wall and flood into our home. Our home was a government housing, and finally we got moved up on the list to go to a new home, and in 1956 we moved there. This new home did have indoor toilets and our own washing machine, and so that was quite an improvement for us. In 1956, my mother's cousins visited us from America and convinced my parents that there were great opportunities here. And 1 year later, we moved to California. I was in the 5th grade at the time, and this is a picture of my first class in the United States, and also my family at that time. A year and a half after we moved here, my little sister Patty was born, and this is the picture of me holding her. We moved every 2 years because my father had a job that was involved in construction, and so in junior high and high school we moved every 2 years. That was really a difficult thing for me because I was quite shy, and it was difficult for me to make new friends. I moved in the middle of my junior year and graduated from Magnolia High School in Anaheim in 1965. We remained very close as we grew older, and although after we married, my sisters and I did not live close to one another, we did stay in touch and enjoyed getting together for special occasions and holidays and such. I met my husband in Long Beach, California, and we married a year after we met. We moved to Santa Barbara for his job, and 3 years after we were married, we had our first child, Jason. In the following 13 years, we added 5 other children to our family, and this was a very happy time for me. I thoroughly enjoyed having new babies and raising children, and we had a very happy family life. As you can imagine, it was quite crazy and loud at times with this many people. We went camping and we celebrated holidays with our family, and I just remember it as a very happy time. My husband retired, and 3 of our children, our grown children, had moved to Carrollton, Georgia, and we visited and decided that we would also like to live here. And so in 2009, we moved from Santa Barbara to Villa Rica, and we bought a home on a lake. My husband had always wanted to own a boat, and he immediately purchased his speedboat, and we began enjoying life on the lake. Our grandchildren and children have thoroughly enjoyed this over the last 10 years. And unfortunately, my husband passed away in a car accident 4 years after we moved here. But we have continued to enjoy and appreciate the home that he established for us here in Billerica. This is my current family, me with my 6 children, and one picture of my 21 grandchildren. We enjoy vacationing together, and we enjoy having days on the lake and having holiday celebrations together. And we are grateful for the happy, good life that we have together. And this is my life in a nutshell.